if you're a guy, your parents got divorced growing up, you struggle alone, and you kind of like raise yourself, this video is exactly for you. Because I can exactly relate to that as well. You know, when you live that way, you kind of like, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I was very soft and emotional growing up. I was raised by my mom. My dad was there, but he wasn't truly there. So I was raised more by my mom, and I was very in tune with my feminine side, so to speak, when it comes to my emotions, my feelings, and just soft mentally. So that was me growing up. I did struggle a lot. I didn't have a lot of people. Maybe you guys can relate to it. You go through a lot of silent battles by yourself. Now, it came to a point in my life that when I decided to become an entrepreneur, an athlete, and I knew what my purpose was and what I wanted to do long term, I realized that the caliber of a man that do those kind of things needed to not be soft, needed to become a hard man, tough dude, friggin' no emotions, that could endure, discipline, and all these traits of what we call a masculine guy in today's society. So I went from the soft, emotional kid and all these different things to the other pendulum of the spectrum, which tough guy, wouldn't feel a single thing and just like go through a lot of pain. I was doing ultra marathons, 50 milers, 100 milers, Ironmans, and always pushing through pain, kind of like David Goggins style, and it was great. It got me to this place that I was able to endure and overcome a lot of things in my life, and I learned a lot. But these are the problem. And I learned as well that mentality affected my relationships. Because maybe you guys can relate if you were born in that environment and you were raised that way, kind of like in extremes, that I couldn't connect with people a lot because I wouldn't share who I am. I wouldn't connect with them. Maybe a lot of people would connect with me and like share their stuff or whatever and being vulnerable, but I wouldn't be vulnerable with them back. And I wouldn't give them the opportunity to get to know the real Ben in my soul and my heart, because I was like, dude, I just suck it up and friggin' keep going. And it wasn't until in 2023, December of 2022, that I had a conversation with my little brother. He has like tumors all over his body. He's called neurofibromatosis number 1. And the tumors are attached to the nerves. It's just like a very bad disease. And we were hanging out. He's younger than me, and I'm kind of like his dad. So we're speaking in the car. We're just talking with each other. And I'm just asking about his life. Like, dude, like, how's life? How are the girls? How you doing? And I don't know where he started just bawling. And he became very emotional. And he was like, Ben, I miss you. I miss you a lot. He lives in a different country. And our parents getting divorced, that was very hard on me. I have no one to talk to, and I don't know if I'm going to die because of all these diseases that I have and whatnot. And every time I'm with my friends, and even though I act happy, I'm broken inside. And he's just crying. I give him a hug, and guys, for 2 straight days, I cannot stop crying. I'm literally going to the gym, like lifting, and I'm literally just bawling my eyes out. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, dude, I'm like a tough guy. Like, what the heck is going on? Like, I thought I was like, freaking, I can go through everything. But then I realized that because of this mentality, I was surviving, not thriving. I had a lot of insecurities that I was hiding through these persona and walls of like, I'm tough, I don't share anything, freaking endure. But deep down, I was broken, to be completely honest with you. So what I've learned, if you were raised this way of alone, you struggle a lot, parents divorce, freaking suicidal, whatever, is that you work on these extremes. I was very soft before. I took the pendulum to the other side of tough, whatever. Now I'm in the middle. That, yeah, for sure, I'm a man. I have responsibilities and things I need to be as a man. Be tough, provide, protect, lead other people. I have responsibilities and obligation, 100,000%. But I know that I can also tune in with my other side of nourishing people and connecting and truly being vulnerable and getting rid of those walls. I see a lot in society that is one or the other. You see a lot of guys that are extremely soft and they complain about everything and just vary on their feelings and emotion and all these different things. And then you see a lot of guys that they just hide their trauma and things they've gone through life, and they cannot connect with anybody. And they have all these insecurities behind their walls. And they're just so scared for girls or guys or whatever people to truly connect with them and see them for who they are. You know, somebody said to me one time, Ben, and it was actually like a couple months ago, this girl I was talking to, she said to me, Ben, you don't truly connect with people. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I do. Like, I was like affected my ego. I was like, I do connect with people. I have a great relationship. What are you talking about? She's like, no, you don't connect with people because you allow people for them to open up to you and to share their stories and to connect with you. But you don't do that with them. You're always selfless and helping and everything, but you don't allow people to help you. You help them, but you don't allow people to help you. You don't allow people to get to know you. You don't rely on people. And depending on reliance, completely different things. But she said to me, people give and invest in you. But a lot of the times, you don't let people have a piece of your heart. People close to you, I'm not saying anybody, everybody, but people close to you and relying on people talking about your stuff when you have to. Like, you do that for so many people, but you don't allow people to do that for you. Therefore, you're not connecting, because connecting is giving and receiving. Not just giving. You've got to receive too. So I really started thinking about it, and you know, she was right. And I think a lot of you guys, because I was there, maybe would do the same thing. And a lot of stuff comes down to insecurities. Trauma growing up, or we don't trust in people. People have let us down and whatever. But you know what? I was talking with her about this stuff too, because I've always had this belief in my mind of it's just me and God. And it's been validated, that belief, throughout my life experiences, because that's all I've known, me and God, for 24 years. Me and God. As people disappoint you, people betray you. My mom, dad turned their back on me at some point, siblings, close friends, like that's just been the reality. So I've always lived that way. But I didn't realize that way did not allow me to thrive, and I was just surviving. Would not allow me to truly connect with people. So, but I always had conflict beliefs, because I had that belief, but there was something deep inside of my heart and soul that would tell me, Ben, even though this has been your reality most of your life, I refuse to believe it should be the way that we always live by. And then I had the belief of like, life alone, God and whatever. But there was a part of me that would tell me, Ben, you don't have to. And I don't want to do life alone. I don't have to do it by myself. And it was very controversial, because to be honest with you guys, I don't know about you, but I'm an extremist. It's either one or the other. So I had to listen to these two voices and kind of brainwash my brain to be like, okay, I have no idea what relying on people and open up and connecting looks like, because I haven't experienced it, but I'm going to do it. And if you're a man, this is the funny thing. For people like us, dude, we would go run miles and miles and go to war and die and freaking fight and do all these hard physical things. But I do believe it's harder when we do the emotional and spiritual work, because it's not very just natural for us. I remember a couple of years ago, like a year ago, one of my friends called me when I was doing all these marathons and ultra stuff and just pushing through pain, and I would post it on social media. And he told me, Ben, I'm trying to find what's the next thing for me. I'm trying to find what's the next challenge, physical. And the next physical challenge for me. And I wanted to ask you, because you're all about that life, like, what should I do? And you know, I started thinking about it, and this kid, he just went through a divorce, and he was going through a lot of things in his life and whatever. And I told him, you know what? I think you should work on your emotions, dude. And he I got him completely surprised by this answer. He's like, what do you mean? And I told him, you know what? You know what's the hardest thing I've done? Actually, the hardest thing I've done? It wasn't running 50, 100 miles with a broken foot or messed up meniscus or stress fractures or no training or in the snow or in the rain and all these different things by myself. It wasn't that. The hardest thing I've done is facing my inner demons that were passed from my dad, from my mom, from generations, and things that I went through as a kid, and fix them and learn how to heal that part in my life, in my heart, in my soul, so it won't affect me in the present when I'm connecting with my future spouse, partner, friends, relationships, family. And I can truly connect with people and don't let it bother me. And I can truly break those generational cycles and not pass that dirt or baggage to no one else. Facing that stuff. To be completely honest with you guys, that was the hardest thing I've done. It was facing my dirt. And I think if you're a guy and you can relate to this and you ask an honest question to yourself, I'm pretty sure you've been running away from those hard conversations, from taking a look to the depths of your heart, the depths of your soul. And again, I'm not saying, let's get a look, as a man, you have roles and responsibilities. You have to provide, you have to protect, you have to be a leader. Those are musts. We need to show up and become the best version of ourselves. I perform when I don't have to, when I'm having crappy days. But I also, on the flip side, do the internal work so I can show up better. I can perform better. It's not about just sucking it up. I'm not going to think about it and just show up and whatever. It's also about the quality of life. Remember that the quality of life, of your life, it's in direct correlation to the quality of your relationships. And if you cannot connect with people, if they cannot truly get to know you, and you're giving and receiving and allowing people and relying on people, you will not enjoy life. And you will always have something. And you will always act on fear or lack on your insecurities. You're going to be surviving, not thriving. So hopefully this video can help you guys understand one thing first. You're not alone. Number two, you gotta do the work. You gotta take a look at what's inside of you and what you've been avoiding for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20, 30, 40. But you gotta do the work. And I made a decision a couple of years ago, and I said, you know what, my mom and my dad, I loved them to death. Loved them, both of them, to death. I love them. I respect them. I have a relationship with them. But they did not do the internal work, and they passed a lot of their stuff onto me and my siblings. And I chose, I'm going to be the one that breaks those curses. I'm going to be the one that everything ends and starts with me. And you have an opportunity to be that one in your family. You have an opportunity to be the one in your family tree that changes everything. After you, no more of that garbage. Because I've come to realize that those insecurities, those demons, it truly runs on your DNA. It's a genetics thing. And you gotta go and face what you don't wanna face. And I promise you, that's where you truly find freedom and confidence, because you know who you are. You don't have to hide anything. You know the good and the bad. And you show that to people without fear of judgment, of what they're going to say, because you love yourself. You love the great parts about you and the not so great parts about you. But guess what? Those parts make you you. That's okay. It's liberating. And it truly helps you connect better with the people around you that want to get to know you. That maybe you're blocking a lot of blessings in life. That's something I've learned. We block a lot of blessings and opportunities God wants to give us, but we just block them. We're our own obstacles for them because of that energy that we haven't released yet. That's inside of us. So that's my invitation for you guys. If you're a man, if you can relate to this, you have a lot of work to do, brother. You have a lot of work to do. And I want to invite you, and if you watch the video until this long, I want to be able to be a resource for you. We just launched a free community online called Team 20U, where we focus on faith and fitness, and we talk a lot about this stuff. And it's for Christian men that want more in life, that want fulfillment, that want purpose, that want something bigger than just making money and just work, and that are looking to improve themselves, and that want to connect with other people like-minded, but also they need help with people that have gone through those things, and we can take you from point A to point B. It's in the caption, the link is down there. It's completely for free. You don't have to pay anything or whatever, but I really just feel obligated to share this with everybody, because I do see that it's a need, and people need this stuff. So anyway, if this video helped you, share it with one of your friends. Comment down below what you guys think. And I love you guys. I really do. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.